Talk about action! Luke Hill St. Lucie was the spot last weekend. Lots more after the break. Before the Luke Hill event, we checked in on Roger Skeet's garage to discuss a bit of logic on the Subaru S9.
Well, basically we had a little problem with the gearbox. It didn't want to go into any other gears other than first, and so we had to get Jason, the guy who built it, to come back to basically set it up properly. Basically we found that when we were putting in the gearbox, it had slipped on the jack, and it had just bent the bottom casing where the cams that select the gears go. So yeah, we got it sorted now and basically have it back up and ready to go in the car.
And what are your expectations for Luke Hill? I see Paul is looking good. Also, Trevor Manning has your old car, the Ford Escort. What are your plans?
Obviously to win. You know, after sitting up for so long, you know, it'll be easy to come and beat Paul. It should be. So we'll see come the 19th and what's really happening. After all, we have a fresh car.
We caught up with the Cumberbatches, Sammy and St. Elmo. Daddy Cumberbatch was chilling with his grandchildren and friends.
Well, the older you get, I think you should drive something that you can control. I think with the less power, I will do better than previous years.
But what about the track car? We haven't seen you at the track, and there have been two bushy park meets, so we haven't seen you at the track. What's going on with the track car?
Well, the track car is pretty fragile as far as the body is concerned. As long as I see St. Elmo with the track car, I think they can rub up on me. But when I got the BM, nobody don't come close to me. For some reason, they like to rub up on my Nissan. So I get in the Nissan tough like the BM, and I'll be back up for the next meet.
I haven't done a lot with the car. I basically give it a run through, you know, the tire check, suspension, engine, what's not. I did a little differential, change some gearing because it has some unfinished business to do with. You know, from the past time we was in Luke Hill, a lot of guys didn't turn up, so they probably thought they was running from these lakes. But I think you can see the best of Sammy Cumberbatch tomorrow.
A regular Sunday outing packed with people. Over the weekend, the action moved to Luke Hill in St. Lucie, where the Motoring Club of Barbados Incorporated held their speed event under some slippery conditions. Dave Seeley was sharing the Toyota Starlet with Gary Mendez once again for this event, with conditions made even trickier with water on different sections of the road. Here, Seeley wasted little time in correcting his mistake and finished ahead of Mendez in the end by about 2 seconds. It was also one of the first times that Paul Bourne in the S9 Subaru Impreza WRC had been made to trail from the onset. Taking it a bit cautious on the practice run, he was clocked above the 1-minute barrier on a course that the rain had created many a surprise. Bourne's first official run, which was almost 3 seconds faster, still had him in second place. But one of his biggest surprises came in his second official run, where he dropped further down the order into third place, despite being quicker, and it was left to the final run to see where he would lie in the standings. Roger Hill and the Toyota Corolla WRC was next to tackle the Luke Hill course, which was short but twisty. With the water settling at different points, it was also tricky. Hill was third in the practice run, and like Bourne, despite being quicker in the first official run, his overall position did not change. He too would find himself dropping even further down the order after the second run, despite improving on his time by over 2 seconds from the first, and would have to go even quicker in the final run if he was to get back on the podium. In his first competitive event for the 2009 season, Roger Skeet let his intentions be known, as he was the fastest man at Luke Hill from the onset. The only driver to break the 1-minute barrier in the practice run, it was clear that missing the first few events had only fueled the competitive fire that lied in the Sheriff. As he pushed his weapon of speed through the twisty course, Skeet was once again the fastest man after the first official run, holding off the hard-charging Paul Bourne. Almost 2 seconds quicker in the second run, Skeet once again stood at the front of the pack, and it looked like the rain did not hinder his progress in any way.
The road is too dry. I would like it wetter.
We saw a battle between Paul Bourne and Mike C in the ex Roger Skeet Ford Escort. What do you think about the competition?
The competition has got to be a lot better now, and you know, the more people we have up in that group to offer stiff competition, you know, the chances are that, especially in conditions like this, the difference in cars makes a difference, but it's not that much of a factor when you have variable conditions, and it really makes it much more exciting, because you never know when you get to the end of the stage who's done what.
Rally Barbados around the corner, anything in the pipeline?
Oh, there are all kinds of things in the pipeline, but you know, the fact of the matter is that the S9 might be passed on and maybe moving up to a 12.
Driving like a man possessed, Neil Armstrong with Barry Ward alongside him in the Mitsubishi Evolution 6 started off the event in fine form and was third after the first official run. Just as fast as Roger Hill in the Toyota Corolla WRC, Armstrong continued to create shockwaves as he improved his position. He was just able to move ahead of Paul Bourne to second place after the next run, and was using every inch of tarmac and sometimes more that was afforded to him. There is never a dull moment with Andrew Jones, and the wet and slippery conditions were just sure to meet his stamp of approval. Despite his entertaining style of driving, Jones was also quick enough to be third in his group after the first and second run. Let's watch how he takes this corner. Jones finished second in Super Modified 11. Cumberbatch in his BMW had the fastest clocked time in Super Modified 11 in the first and second run. His advantage seemingly increased from just over 1 second after the first run to over 3 at the end of the second run. As he powered his way down the course, he would later find out that a 10-second penalty applied to all of his times would relegate from a comfortable first place to third in Super Modified 11.